Sales item, year on year, all items. This is quite a busy report, but it's got some very, very useful information. Firstly, we're analysing down the left-hand side by item. Across the top, firstly, we're comparing the sales for this year for the last 4 weeks, last year for the last 4 weeks. Then this year for the last 13 weeks, 3 months, last year for 13 weeks. And then the full rolling 12 months versus the previous year rolling 12 months. Now, obviously, it does rely on you having that information in MYOB without it being purged across the years. So the left-hand side is showing dollar values, and on the right-hand side we've got quantities. Again, 4 weeks this year, last year, 13 weeks this year, last year, and 12 months this year, last year. This report you can pop out to Excel if you find it easier to do some manipulation in that respect. But by comparing a 1-month trend, a 3-month trend, and a 12-month trend, that can give you a very good snapshot of how you're tracking. Some things are seasonal, some things aren't. Some things might have been doing well earlier in the year, but all of a sudden they're dropping off. This is a way of identifying it really quickly, because if you're just looking at year-to-date numbers, it's going to take you a while for that to come out. Now, if you've got a lot of inventory items, again, looking at a detailed item might be a bit too much detail. Don't forget you can always group by supplier to look at all the items bought from one supplier together. Ideally, this report could be done if you're using an item custom list or an item custom field to group similar things together. So you may have a brand as a custom field. You might have coffee beans versus coffee machines, for example. They might have a completely different sales profile. You might have the regular basics versus your summer-winter range. Group those separately, and looking from item to item will make a lot more sense. Alternatively, if you've got some of these item custom lists, it could be a good way of starting to look at the data rather than at the item level. Start by focusing on a bigger picture. So, for example, if you've got a particular brand that might be made up of 50 or 100 items, put that in as a custom list, and then over here you can analyse by brand. That will summarise each of your brands, and then if you see an issue, then click down and get to the items. Another way of looking at it is by customer. So again, you can see how you're tracking the last 4 weeks, 3 months, 12 months on a customer by customer basis. Quantity, probably not so relevant depending on how regular your business is, but at least your sales, you're comparing that. And you're going to really quickly spot some trends.